Hi, I'm Bru, and today we're going to cover shots of composition that you'll need for a short film or a movie. I'm gonna be real with you, there's only two ways you can get me, either with my hair done or with my makeup done, and I feel like right now I failed at both, but it doesn't matter, we're gonna try and do this anyway. To anyone living underneath a rock, all the way to people who watch and make movies, movies are a form of art. Even if they're bad, here's looking at you, Thoreau.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Or even if they're really bad, Shyamalan, I'm never gonna forgive you.
Leave him alone!
They take work, dedication, creativity, and imagination. The last two are not the same, and I refuse to explain myself.
I won't hear it, and I won't respond to it.
Think of Scooby-Doo sandwich, the skyscraper ones, filled with cheese and lettuce and tomatoes, maybe a little bit of barbecue sauce, add a little bit of a chicken breast. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. The point is that with all the things that you learn about filmmaking, composition is the bread. Perhaps pan de agua. Oh my god, I gotta go eat. Let's break down what composition is in words. I hit the spot. Composition. The arrangement of visual elements that are used to create a scene. This can be used to let art imitate life. Think about any movie that you like. Now think about what you love most about it. Dialogue is important in any film, sure, but it's even more important to focus on the things that the viewer cannot hear. As human beings, what connects us to movies is language. And the placement of the camera could be the seasoning, the sazon, that you need to complete the whole film. I know what you're probably thinking. Bru, you're so smart and amazing and talented, and I want to do this right, but can you teach me? Can you teach me all that I need to know? First of all, I know, and thank you. And second of all, I don't know. That's why we're doing this together. Before I show you what I've done, we need to ask important questions. Philosophers before our time have also asked these questions. Something along the lines of, why do it do what it do? In non-Tumblr form, that question is, why is composition so important? Well, where the camera is, it kind of talks to us. We can't be inside of the characters' heads 24/7. That's what the camera's there for. When the camera moves, it shows us what it's feeling. And that's how we get the emotion surrounding the character when it's not words that are being said. Yeah? Yeah. The last video I didn't really have a theme. Outside of the rock, paper, scissors thing, that's all that I had, and I wanted to revolve this video around something important, something magnificent, and I couldn't get it together. This time I wanted to do something different, but I also wanted to do something that didn't involve me being on the camera. So I tackled something as old as time. Love. Actors are very hard to come by, especially when you broke and you don't know what to do and you don't know how to direct anyone or what I'd be looking for. So I asked myself, how can I get around this? Find people who are already in love. I like to thank the account. That's where my friends came in. Phil and Tayla. Rule of thirds. Rule of thirds is an image divided into 9 equal parts by 2 equally spaced horizontal and vertical lines. Your subject should be placed at the intersections. Lord of the Rings did that shit for like 7 hours each movie, and I still stayed there like... If they can do it, why can't we? Blade Runner, Drive, Zoolander, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Buffy the Vampire Slayer the movie, Sleepless in Seattle. Whatever kink you're into, it was there. You're welcome. So, did it work for me? Well, yes and no. The world of movie making is all about learning to trust yourself. How do you go without failing or disappointing the people you look up to while also not failing and disappointing the people who look up to you? My canon has the grid when you film, but once you press record, it goes away. So if there was any misstep, I wasn't comfortable letting them know, stay here, don't go here. And because they can't see it either, well, what good am I if I don't really know my camera? But even then, I did it anyway. And did I like it? It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. I think that's all that has to do with practice. Lead room. Lead room is hella important. Lead room is the space and direction the subject or character is looking or moving to. You follow the subject to wherever they're going. This can ease your audience, maybe show off some cool graffiti or murals in the background. Murals in the background. Ugh. Depending on what mood you're trying to convey, you may not even need lead room. Mr. Robot had a way of messing with your feelings by doing the exact opposite. You can use lead room and rule of thirds in tandem, but don't ever think that you need one with the other or one without the other. Leading lines. Yeah. The leading lines are lines that lead you to your subject. Matrix did a lot of this. Big Lebowski. It's a slight psychological way where you guide the viewer's eye to where they need to be. A good video by Chriswell that I will also tag in the description below is something that I love a lot because it talks about composition and how it's all about the space around your subject. That in itself can also be a form of framing. One thing that I love to death is negative space. Punch Drunk Love, Get Out, The King's Speech, Interstellar, even Star Wars did this. It's the key of isolation that really draws me in, but it can also be used differently. It can symbolize that there's only two people in the world that matter, and they should matter because they're your subjects. Last but not least is symmetry. Symmetry is the sauce, or drip. Why do people love symmetry so much? Like it's been said 1,000 times before this video, and it will be said 1,000 times after this video, art imitates life in all forms. Most people who exist on this world are symmetric, and symmetry is connected to order. When we have it, we feel at peace. So naturally, when we see it, it's a common and calming aesthetic. Symmetry can be used for so many things. Maybe two people who shouldn't get along. Two people who should. Maybe it's a metaphor that someone has everything that they've ever needed at the palm of their hands. Or maybe it's a place that looks beautiful. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, these are just common composition that you can use to make your film pop. Your movie is your canvas. You work with what you got, and don't be afraid to try something different. You never know what's gonna stick. Well, that's all I have for you. If you like what I have, drop a subscribe. Also, let me know what kind of movie does composition justice. Drop it in the comments below so maybe I can use it in a later video. And don't forget to stay amazing. Okay, bye!